Now today we will discuss the concept related to the file handling, why we are using the file handling concept, and how we can interact or create our own file according to our own requirement. So basically in the Python programming language, we are using the file concept so that we can store our information permanently in the hard disk. And file basically it is each and every time when we have to store something, we have to use in an application. So file is just providing an environment so that we can store our information permanently, and later on when we want, then we can retrieve it according to our own needs. There are two types of file. So before that, the file, what is file? File is a permanent storage of data so that we can use in the future, or you can say file that stores the data in a particular application. It is a sequence of the bytes that we are storing in our hard disk or any storage medium. In the Python environment, there are two types of files which is provided by the Python environment. One is the text file and another is the binary file. A file normally which we are writing by using the notepad editor comes under the text file category. When we are, if I am opening any file, if I am writing something into the file, suppose if I am opening a notepad and I am writing something into the notepad, and after that if I am saving it, then automatically it will save the content. This is my file. Python is supporting this environment also, so that we can receive the file and later on we can use the file. What is the difference between the text file and binary file? In the text file, when we are saving our information in the text file, we can read it as and when we required it, and we can get the information in the same format. But when we are storing the information in the form of binary file, then we can't read the information related to the binary file. I can show you the example related to that. Suppose here I am opening a file. Here I have created so many data. You can see this is the notepad file. You can say this is the text file. You can easily make out this the file whatsoever I have written inside this file is in the form of text, because I can easily open in the notepad editor. And if I try all other files except the text notepad file, if I all other files are coming under the binary file category, because they are directly converting into the machine code. You can see there are different types of files that we can't read. Suppose this is the PDF file. If I try to open this file in the notepad, then I can't read the content related to this in the notepad, because these are the specific type of application which are basically, if we want to open this PDF file, then either I have to use the similar type of environment to read the content. Otherwise, if I try to open in any other environment, then it won't open in that environment. This is the one difference between the binary file and the text file. Another difference is it is taking so much time to read the content. I can take another file so that we can read the things. Suppose this is the my PNG file. You can see by using the properties option. This is my JPG file. If I'll try to open by using the notepad file, we can use open with notepad. It is not showing the option. Let me use some another option using the more app option just to see the content of this file. You can see this is showing this is the file, but I can't read. I can read few content related to the binary file, but I can't read all the content because it is not understandable for the human being. That means we can't read the binary file content. Binary file can contains the character, but in addition to the character, it can store image file, video file, audio file. All other files are coming under the binary file category. So you can say a binary file will store the data in the same way as we are storing in the memory. We can't perform any other operations. Examples of the binary file is exe file, mp3 file, image file, word documents are the binary file. Another difference between the one difference that text file also contain characters, binary file also contains characters. But we can't, in addition to that, but we can't, we can store audio file, image file, PDF file also in the binary file. Another thing, I can do the changes in the text file easily. If I want to do some changes, then it won't affect the Python environment to execute it. Python can easily execute the text file content. But if I'll try to change the content related to the binary file, then it won't allow me to do the changes. It will show me the error. Another difference, we can't change the content once it is specified the binary file. If I want to do some changes, then I have to use the same application environment in which the file has been created. Another thing, when we are opening any file related to the binary file, when we are opening any binary file, then each and every time it will show on the header part, it will show the type of file, what type of file I've opened in. But if I try to open, when I am opening any notepad file, then it will not show any header at the top of that file. There is no header. It is not showing the what type of file it is, other information, where it is, why it is formed, which type of things. It is not showing. That means there is no header in the text file. But when we are opening the binary file, try to open in the notepad file, then each and every time it will show what type of file it is. Either it is JPG or a zip file or PDF file, it will show each and every time to you. Another is, we can't do some changes, we can't do any changes in the text file. If we will try to do some changes, then it will show us the error, the next line, that you can't, we can save it, but when after that if we will try to open it, then it will show the error that file has been corrupted because we have changed to the changes. Let me do some changes. I do the changes in the binary file. It means we can't do it. It is not accepting the changes in the binary file. It will do, but if we will open it, it has saved the changes. It has accepted the changes or not. We have saved the changes. It is opening the file and it is not showing any error. Another difference is, normally we can't do the changes in the binary file. If we will try to save the changes, then it will take the changes, but it will show us that the file has been corrupted, then you can't open it. It is opening here, but if I'll try to open it, then it will show that the file has been corrupted. You can see the file. It is opening in the notepad file, but if I'll try to open the file in which it is created, then it will show me the file is not, can't open or has been corrupted. Another thing, in the binary file, there are 3 or 4 difference you can see. In the binary file we can't do some changes in the binary file. This is the main concept. Binary file can be exe file, audio file, other things. Now let's see how the Python is interacting or dealing with the text file, how we can do the creation, how we can create the binary file in that also. All these are the major difference between the binary file and the text file. I'm just closing all the things so that it will be a little bit understandable for you also. And one more difference also related to the text file. In the text file, if we are doing the checking, there is a limitation related to the text file. There are end of line. In the text file, there are end of line and end of file also. You can see there are end of line also, and there is a limitation of the file also. But when we are seeing the changes in the text file, or if we are trying to open the uh, binary file in the notepad, then you can see there is no limitation. There is no end of file and end of line in the binary file. This is the another difference. You can see there is no end of line. You can't easily make out where is the end of the line and where is the end of the file. This is another difference. That means there is no internal translation take place when we are dealing with the binary file, but there is some internal translations, means end of line and end of file is occurring in the text file. Now let's come back to the main concept, how we can create the text file in the Python. When we are using the file handling process, so basically in the file handling, we have to perform the three. In the file, we can perform addition of, also we can do the changes, we can delete the operation, we can only perform the reading operation or writing. But one time at a time, we can perform only a one type of operation. We have to fix whether we are doing the reading operation, writing operation, or doing some changes in the operation. So first we have to perform all these operations, first we have to open the file. Either we are opening a file in the reading mode or in the writing mode. After that we have to process what we want to do in that particular file, and at the end we have to close the file. If you will not close the file, then obviously Python will not give you any error and it will automatically close the file. Python, in case we forget to close the file, the Python automatically close the file when the program ends or close. But in our programming, if the program is very large and when we are reading or writing multiple files, then we have to take significant amount of resources. And if we will try to keep the file open carelessly, then it could be ran out of the resources. Then we should have to take care to when we are opening a file, we have to close it so that we can release the resources and we can utilize that space for some other operation. So let's see what is the syntax of the open function is. First, you have to use the open function. In the open function, takes two arguments. First is the file name and another is the mode. In which mode means how you are using that file. Either you are performing reading operation, or you are performing writing operation, or you are adding new information. So that you have to specify how you are using that file. And when we are using the open function, we have to assign this open function to some variable. And variable, we are using the word, instead of using the variable, we are using the word file handler. File handler, that means a variable which is storing or holding the file related information. So now let's come back to the Python environment. Okay, first we have to specify the name of the object or variable which will handle the object or the link of the file. And after that we can use the open function. Open function takes two values. First is the file name. You can give any name of your file. Suppose I am taking story dot, or you can say my file. You can give any name of your file, and after that specify the extension, what type of files that you are creating. In the, if you are not, this is the name of the file, and after dot we are specifying the extension. In Python, if we are not specifying the extension of the text file, then by default it will consider the text file. Now you can see in the, here we have discussed the text file, extension of the text file is txt. Here we are using the concept related to only text file, how we can create our text file in the Python environment and perform different operations. First is the file name, another is the file mode. So there are many modes related to the file. First is the reading mode, another is the R stands for reading mode. That means I am performing the reading operation in this file. If you want to write the operation, then you have to use the W operation. W means I am performing the writing operation in the file. There is one mode also related to the text file is A mode. A mode specifies that I am adding new information into the file. So let's see the difference between the A and W. A mode also specifies that I am writing new information into the file, and W mode also specifies that I am writing into the file. Let's see how the Python is writing the information into the file. This I have opened a file. Opened a file means I have created a file. I have given a name of that file, and after that I have specified the I am performing the writing operation. अब मुझे इसमें लिखना है, and I have stored the open function in one variable. We are using the word file handler who is taking a link of this file. Now let's see how the Python is storing the information. When we have to perform a writing operation in the file, there is a one function provided by the Python in to write into the text file. This function is write function. Use the write function and specify anything that is you want to. This is my file content. You can write anything. Content, and after that you can close it. I have written this line in the file, and let's see how after that I'm compiling by using Alt plus F5 to compile it and saving the file with a name. You can give any name to your file, and after that it has shown no error. That means my file already has been created. Now let's see where it has been created. Click on the file and click on open option, and then I have given a name. Now there are only Python files. Just here click on the all files option. Where you are saving other programs, you will get that file in that place only. I have given a name. What was the name of my file is my file. This is the my file. You can click on this and you will see this is my file content. Suppose now if I want to write something else, I am checking whether it is storing the information into the file or not. So let's see, I'm just saving it, compiling it also. It is successfully executed. I'm just closing it, and after that again I am opening through file, again following the same process, and then file name is my file, and you can see okay, now it has changed the content related to this. I am checking whether it is storing. What will happen if I want to keep the information? I just want to keep the earlier information in my program also. And for that, what I have to do? For that, I have to use the append operation. Because each and every time if you are using the AW mode, it shows that I am writing freshly into the file. If the file already exists, then it will override the existing content. If the file doesn't exist, then it will create a new file, and in that we can write the content into it. Suppose if I want to keep this content uh, in the file and I want to add new content into the file. So for that I'll use A mode. A mode specifies that I am writing the append. A means append. I am adding new information into the file. Where I am adding? I am adding at the end of the file. Whatsoever already written into the file, I am adding after that. So for that, suppose this is for checking of append mode. You can write anything. And after that, just save the file, compile the code. It has successfully executed. Now you can see by clicking on the open option and then all files, click on the my files option and you can see it has not been stored. Let's see again, compiling it again, and we are again checking it whether it has been stored or not, why it is not showing the information where the file is. Now you can see I am checking whether it is storing the information into the file. This is for checking to append mode. This is for checking to off append mode because I have compiled the file 2 times. Suppose if I am again reverting the file into A mode, W mode, then you can see whatsoever is written already, it will erase and freshly it will write. Now I don't, now you can see, click on the file, open all files, search the file, and then you can see this is for checking. Now you can easily make out that when you are using W mode, it will erase the previous content and freshly we can write. If I am using the A mode, then we can write add the extra things into it. So this is the difference between the append and write mode. Both modes are using to write the information. Suppose now I just don't want to write the information each and every time. I just don't want to see the my file content by clicking on the file and menu. I want through the Python code, I want to see the content of the file. For that, I'll open the file saying myfile.txt. Now this time I'll use the reading mode. That means I am just displaying my information and I am making this file as a command form. Let it be. I am just opening a file in the read mode. I can use the same variable name. It will not show me any error. And if we want to read the content, for that we have to, there is a one function provided by the Python, read function. It will read the entire content related to that file. Let's see how it is showing the value. Now you can see this is for checking of append mode. This is the difference append and write mode. I have written this thing because I have changed the mode from W to A. That is why it has been added. Now, if you want, kids, suppose if I want to add a new file and I want to add a new file line into the next line, then you can use the escape sequences. This is the difference. We can use, you can change the line. We can use the escape sequences to write the info into the next line. You can use this thing I have appended. Now again compile the things. Now you can see whatsoever written, it will it is showing in the next line also. Now you can see when you are writing the information, you can write the information in the next line and you can do all the formatting in that. And now another question is, now suppose if I want to write 2 lines, whether it will accept the things or not, then you can see it. Now this is the checking of write function, and if I want to write, I can use multiple line also. Again checking whether it is accepting two lines or not. Now you can check it. It is accepting two lines also. In this way we can use, because here I have used 2 times slash symbol. Now there is one more concept related to the write, because if you want to write the entire line, for that we can use the write lines function also. This is the new function to write the entire line. Because write function, it is up to us whether we are writing the things in the single line or not, but write line function will write each and everything in the new line. Now let's see how it is showing. I'm just erasing previous 2 lines. If you want to keep the things, then you can keep the things also, just to see. Now you can see it is the entire new lines. I can put the things so that after, when we will do the read line function, then this function will be helpful. So after that, this we have already read the information from the, I'm just erasing the content related to this. Now we will focus how we can read the entire content from my file. This is the one method to read the things. Now you can see it has shown us the entire content related to the file. After that, there is another way also. If you want to store the information or read file function in any variable, suppose I am storing in a variable p, and after that if I am printing the variable, then obviously it will show me the value also. There is one more also. Suppose this will, if I want to find out how many characters is in my file, then I can use the length function to find out the length. These are the things. Suppose if I want to find out how many spaces, for that we have to use the for loop. For I in p, because everything is whatsoever I've read the content from the file, I've stored in variable, and in that variable, through that variable, I'm just finding out the, you can specify the condition. Suppose if I want to count the number of spaces in my file, specified the value, because we are performing the counting operation, and after that we have performed, and after that outside the loop just specify final number of spaces. In this way we can perform it. Let's see whether how it is executing the things. Now you can see there are 65 spaces in this line. If you want to find out how many characters, A characters is present in your file, then in this way you can find out 7, because I have to choose how many A's present in our file. In this way we can specify. If you want to use if you don't want to use this thing, then you can remove the thing from here also, and here you can also specify the things to find out. It will show us the same value. P is not defined, where I have used the P. Okay, I'm just removing the things. Now you can see there are 7. In this way we can also, it is not necessary that I have to store this function value in a variable and from there. Now after that, suppose if I am using the same thing, I am storing the value in a variable, or if I want to find out how many correct words are present in my file, for that we can use the split function. Split function is used normally if we are not specifying anything in parenthesis, it will consider the space. If we want to count how many words present in our file, for that we can use the things. Let's see. There are number of words. In this way you can use the read function or split function to find out how many words. Suppose if you want to find out how many is present in your file, for that you can specify if I equal to is. In this way, how many is present in our file? Number of is. So you can find out there are 7. If you want to find out how many line or any other word, this you can specify. Obviously, it will consider the independent word. Now you can, there are only 3. It is the, if you want to find out. Suppose if I want to find out separately how many this present in our file or how many the present in our file. Separately, the and this and word, that means we have to specify separately, and for that we have to declare one variable, specify the variable value 0 in which we are storing the final calculated result after incrementing number of the. Here is number of this. Now you can see how many things. There are 3 this and there are 3 the present in our file. Suppose if you want to count how many total this or that is present in this or the, then you can combine both the condition or specify in a single variable. In this way you can specify it and it will show you the result total. You can easily find out. Now if you want to find out how many words which are starting with a particular T, suppose how many words which are starting with T, so then you can, in this way you can also specify. There are 15 words which are starting with the word T. Number of words starting with letter T. Now there is one more function, read hai, one more function. It is provided by the Python environment, is read line. Now we have done all these things. Now we will focus on the read line functions. Suppose there are read line functions. Read line function is basically when we are focusing only to read one line at a time, then we are using it. Suppose it will read a single line at a time. Suppose if I want to read multiple lines, then no need to store in the variable, directly we are just printing the read line function. You can see it will read one line at a time. If I want to use 3, if you want to read 3 lines, then I have to execute the read line function 3 times so that it will read the 3 lines for me. One more thing is, suppose if you are specifying, if I want to specify a limited number of characters, then by using the read function we can specify the value. If we are not specifying, then it will read the entire content for me. But if I'll specify the, you can see 45 means bytes, number of bytes, how many bytes you want to display. Suppose after this, if I want to specify only 15 characters, after 45 it will read another 15 characters. After that you can just check it. Now it will read another 15 characters. If I am specifying another, after this I just want to read another 25 characters, then it will read 25 characters, not lines. In this way we can specify the things also. If we are not specifying anything in the parenthesis, then by default it will read the entire content. No need to write the 3 lines for that. This we are using to read the entire content. Read function will read the entire content at one stretch. But if you want to specify read only a limited number of characters, then we can use this thing. And when we are specifying number of bytes, then it will include the spaces also. Read line functions will read one line at a time. There is one more function, read lines. When we are using the read lines, it will read the entire content, but it will show the content in the list form. We can see when we read the content by using the read function, it will display the content as it is, the way we have stored. But when we are using the read lines function, one more function is provided by the Python. It will read the entire content in the list form. And when we are reading a single line at a time, then we are using the read line function. It will display a single line. Now you can easily find out the difference. Read line function will read one line at a time. Read function will read the entire content the way we have stored. But we have, if read lines function, if we want to read the entire content but in the form of list. Now if after this, if I want to use the, if I want to display the file which is starting with, or display those lines which are starting with T. So now you can use the read lines function and then you can specify the content related to that thing. Let's see, print number of lines starting with T. We can specify the variable, close the quotes also. Is there any difference? Now see whether it is executing. Now there are 3 lines which are executing. Suppose if I want to, how many lines is present in my code, just remove the condition part and then you can specify number of lines, how many lines is present in my code. Then it will show there are total 8 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8. This is the entire one line. Now you can, I hope this will understand, you have understood the concept related to the text file, how we can use the text file concept in the Python, and how we can perform the reading operation in a single line, multiple lines, or a particular conditions. Now in the next session, we will discuss how we can use the binary file concept and do the other operation in that. Thank you.